Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigos? It's Matt here.
All right. This is your main man, Will. How's it going?
So I'm just wondering, are you guys looking to reach your full potential as a developer? Well, today we're going to share some of the best ways to help you become a better developer, skill-wise and productivity-wise.
These are the things that they find that can really help them accelerate their career. When it comes down to evaluating a value contribution of a software developer, it is rather complex. The key performance indicator is not one-dimensional. But one thing that really sets a software developer apart from the other is their habit. So developing a good habit is really important for IT professionals in their career. And these are the habits or tips that we find that are really helpful. Hope you guys are all staying safe and everything. Let's get started with tip number 1. Learning never stops. That's right. We're living in a day and age where technology is evolving faster than ever. As an IT professional, we're standing on the edge of technical innovation, and hence it is always important to learn continuously. By learning new ways of solving the problem, you can overcome some of the plateaus you've done in the past. By learning, we don't just mean learning another skill set altogether. Enhancing, honing your current skill set is also considered as learning. So never stop learning as a developer.
Tip number 2 is automation. Whenever possible, you should always automate your processes. Even if it takes you longer at the beginning to set up the process, it's still worth it instead of repeating the same tasks every single day. If it can shave off 10 minutes from your day, it's worth it for you.
Yeah, think of it as an investment. You put in the initial effort in the beginning, but it will shave off a few minutes every day. And also, it will help you to avoid making human error. If you set up one of the environment variables incorrectly, it may take you a much longer time to debug and fix the error. And third tip is don't assume your code is good, always test it. There is a rise of development process called the Testdriven Development. It is proven to be very, very efficient. And the reason why it is efficient is because a lot of developers just automatically assume their code works. What test-driven development does is it forces the developers to first write test cases and make sure that the test case fail, then reverse engineer and write the code that make the test case work. In this approach, after they finish writing their code, they already have a test case, unit test case that are prepared and ready for them to essentially validate their code. This will benefit the overall development process tremendously. A lot of developers think that this is part of the quality assurance team, the QA team's responsibility to make sure that their code has no issue. That is not exactly true because only developers know their code the best, right? The developer who wrote the code will know the code the best, right? So always make sure that your code runs as expected. You can lean on the QA team to catch some of the edge cases, but as a developer, you should always try to test and run your code, make sure before you submit the merge request or before you try to push your code into the repository.
The next thing you want to do is to optimize your solution. Just because your code is running and functional doesn't mean you stop there. There are always ways to improve your code and make it run better.
Yeah, you should push yourself further or always try to push yourself by improve your existing solution. Make that O of n squared into O of n, if you know what I'm saying. And don't forget the next tip, which is to take breaks. You might think taking breaks are a waste of time, but taking breaks actually can help you to be more productive if you manage it correctly. Me and some of my peers find that work in a very concentrated mode for a duration of time and take breaks in the middle will always yield the optimal results. Sometimes if you focus too hard on solving a problem and just writing out the solution with code, your productivity begins to decline. And at the end of the day, your return diminishes tremendously. So that's when it's a good time for you to take a break go to the washroom or watch some YouTube videos. Actually, don't watch some YouTube videos because you may not be able to stop yourself. Go outside, take a little walk, and refresh your mind, get some fresh air, So I always try to take break in the middle.
Lastly, don't forget to communicate and be nice. Competency decides the floor of your career, and communication determines your ceiling.
That is correct. So many developers out there are competent, but what really sets one developer from the rest of the developers is the leadership capabilities. It's the ability to engage other engineers and communicate with the business side, understand the requirement better, and try to refine the solution to the end, tailored towards its end user. Because in the programming world, a lot of developers can solve a problem, but only a few can present their problem so that their managed team can understand and appreciate the work that they did. And according to the people we interviewed, which some of them are directors at large enterprise, or VP level at enterprise, the people who excelled in this industry, in the IT industry, are the people who are good at communicating. We put this point at last because you need to excel in other aspects in order to become a developer. But being able to communicate and get along with everyone else will help you prepare your career further.
So there you have it. Those are just a few of our favorite pieces of tips and advice to help you become a more skilled and more productive engineer.
If you like our video advice, don't forget to give the video a like. If you have any questions or additional tips that you feel like you want to share with us, please feel free to leave them in the comment below. If you want to see more content, you can subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.